many miles we walk, the many things we learn, the building of a shrine.
Red Dead Online deserves much better. Rockstar have squandered their chance at the next GTA Online. They lost this chance because of their obsession of following GTA Online's money-making potential. Red Dead Online, after 7 months, finally received an update. The update that everyone was asking for, as it would add crimes to an online mode that lacked any criminal activities compared to its single-player counterpart. The community got itself hyped. The trailer released, hype was everywhere. It's exactly what we wanted, and guess what? Rockstar failed to deliver once again. Rockstar have failed to deliver for over a year now. 2 updates in a row, they have failed us completely. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's jump back to the beginning of Red Dead Online. Launching a month after the release of the single player, which was glorified by many and even myself as being one of the best single player experiences ever made. Then came an online mode, which should easily set the world on fire, with it using the foundations and the world of the already excellent single player. You would think? That would be thinking wrong, as Red Dead Online's beta was horrible, from a lack of content to glitches and bugs, a lackluster story, and the worst part, an economy that was unbearable to grind through. Red Dead Online was horrific at launch. I wish Rockstar gave it some more time before releasing it. But this was only a beta. Things would be better at launch, wouldn't they? Things at launch were better. In fact, Red Dead Online's best ever time was at launch. At the full launch of the mode and the leaving of early access and beta came the Frontier Pursuits, adding 3 new roles, those being Trader, Collector, and Bounty Hunter. Those came with 20 tiers of content to unlock per role, a battle pass, tons of new clothes and customization, and a trainload of bug fixes and quality of life improvements. To be honest, things were looking really up for the game. This update was great and added tons of new content and lots to do and see. Red Dead Online was finally on a good track and players were happy. Not for long though. In December of 2019, the Moonshiner update came around, and to say it was the final okay update is an understatement. Moonshiner introduced new clothes, weapons, a new role, new battle pass, and more fixes and quality of life improvements. But for what it fixed, it broke 20 things in the process. Moonshiner was the most broken update ever released for the game, breaking almost every single thing of the game and making it unplayable at points. But was the content worth the bugs? Not really. Moonshiner is a fine role with story missions and a grindable job that can pay well to a degree. But it wasn't worth it. It felt just like another trader role but under a different name and appearance. Still not that bad, it was just alright. Probably because, Rockstar were definitely going to come back swinging with the next big update, weren't they? Just over a year ago now, the Naturalist update launched, adding the new role Naturalist, which allowed players to, pick flowers and study animals. Yeah, the role is not great, and it's just mostly more of the same that you've already been doing for almost a year now. It added another battle pass, more cosmetics, and a new gun. I guess, it's something. There's not much to say though, other than it's really a major disappointment. After almost 7 months from Moonshiners, players would expect some massive big update similar to Frontier Pursuits, but they definitely did not get it with the Naturalist update. This must mean though, that when the winter update comes at the end of the year, this has to be the big one, the one we've been waiting for, right? In December of 2020 came the Bounty Hunter update. I don't even know what to say. It added 10 new ranks to the Bounty Hunter role, another new battle pass once again, and some new cosmetics. Now, you could say this was the worst piece of content ever released. Now, that used to be true, but nowadays, maybe not so much. Half a year after Naturalist, and this is all Rockstar could deliver? Well, by this point, it had been a year since Moonshiner, and a year and a half since the launch of the full online and Frontier Pursuits. But with this, the game went standalone, with an introductory offer of $6 for the entire online mode. And to be fair, it's a great price. You'll likely get some sort of enjoyment out of it. Nowadays it's $15, but I'd still say you can probably get some sort of value out of it, but better to go with the single player. Now, players were thinking, alright, next year has to be it. 2021 has to be the year. Rockstar must have been impacted by the pandemic, so next year will be the massive big update, right? Then came July 2021. 1 year after Naturalist came the Blood Money update. Pre-release was amazing, the trailer was great, the content looked phenomenal, and then launch arrived. On launch day, people already saw how bland, boring, and disappointing this content was. It was just more of the same. Instead of a battle pass, we are now getting 4 mini battle passes spread out all the way to Halloween, from July to October. There was no new cosmetics outside of the battle pass, no new weapons, and no new role. And the worst of all, the missions were just new stranger missions which have been in the game since the beta. Bringing us to now, and I asked the question to myself, why do I continue playing this game? It's very clear Rockstar only care about GTA and release the bare minimum for Red Dead Online. I hope and pray that this winter update coming at the end of the year will be a big one, and it'll change my opinion around. Until then, I don't believe I'll return anytime soon.